So we've been full-time RVing now for 8 years. So when do you call it quits? Hey everybody, this is Tigner Adventures. Welcome. We are here in Arkansas visiting our friends Bill and Darla. They are with Economic Refugees. Go check out their channel because they have been building a house. And we're going to have a little chat with them today. We're going to talk about, we've been full-timing for 8 years now. We're going to find out how long they've been full-timing and why they decided to kind of make some changes in their lives. So anyway, everybody meet Bill and Darla. If you don't know who they are already, you should be subscribers to them, right?
Let's hope
They
so.
should be.
They don't watch our videos, but they might be subscribed.
I don't know who wants to answer this question, but how long have you guys been full-timing?
16 years.
16 years, so
Double us.
double us.
Yeah.
Actually, we're in our 16th. No,
We're in our
we're in our 16th year. We'll start our 7th.
October is when we hit the
Yeah.
beginning
Okay.
of the 16th
Okay.
year.
So we're in our
Alright.
16th. This is
We're
our.
beginning our ninth.
Well, that was just a simple question, and we've already taken.
Well,
5
it's just
minutes.
trying to. We left in 2010, so we're in our 16th year.
Cool.
And
So 16 years on the road. You've gone a bunch of different places. You've worked camped a bunch of different places. What's some of the different things that you've done? You were telling us that every RVer needs to do.
first job was Amazon,
Yeah.
and we did that in Coffeyville, Kansas. And luckily for Darla, I blew up my knee like.
Yeah, no, I had to finish
2 weeks
some
in.
stint. Sound familiar?
So I spent all my time like this in the motorhome
Oh,
dying.
she did all the
I
work.
think you tried to get her.
I know, right?
I was trying to be number one in the warehouse, and I was a young kid, had me by
Sometimes you
a
don't
little
know.
bit. So, you know,
Then where else did you go?
KOA.
KOA.
Gray, Colorado, prettiest place I've ever been. If you've
Really?
ever been there, you should go.
yeah, it's really beautiful.
Too
4
much
months
snow,
out, yeah, 3 or 4 months out of the year, and the rest of the time it's a frozen tundra.
Oh, okay.
So cold.
Really
Cold.
pretty though.
But when you get there in spring, there's waterfalls everywhere, and I mean literally everywhere. Water's coming over the road and everything. If you're an RVer, it's a great place. And then you can go up over Silverton and down into what's that town on the other side?
Durango.
Durango.
What do we do after that?
Well, actually, that wasn't. We did baseball before that.
Did we? That
So
first
baseball, was that in
We went-
Arizona?
we
year?
left-
Spring training in
Spring training,
Arizona.
is that-
We left
Oh, that's
Amazon, and when we left Amazon, we went to Quartzsite.
So I should have gave you a heads up to say, how many work camping jobs have you
Yeah.
had in 16
Oh,
years?
a
Was it
lot.
basically 16?
No, more than that, because some years we worked 3 or 4 different jobs.
Oh,
Yeah, we've
really?
done Amazon. We've
Wow.
done that like 5 years, 6 years,
Yeah.
and then we did Sugar Beets.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think we
you
did
said
that
you
like
did Sugar
7
Beets.
years,
8 years.
Wow.
8 years, and then we did spring training. We did for the Angels, and then we
Spring
did
training
for
for
the
the
Kansas City
baseball.
Royals
So what
and
do you
Texas
do?
Rangers.
Selling concessions and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
managing a
So,
stand.
And
then you got
Gate guarding,
gate guarding.
which we did recruiting in Quartzsite for gate guarding,
Right?
and then and we just
And
done we
fireworks.
did
And fireworks.
so now
fireworks. We did.
Not
We worked at
fireworks.
RV. You're kicking our camera. We did.
Oh, did I? Oh,
We did RV dealerships.
We sold parts.
Sold parts, and I delivered the RVs and did all the walkthroughs and all that, and parts.
What a lot.
And then,
Guess it's years.
Yeah, but we've done a bunch of stuff.
So out of all the work camp jobs you've had since you've been full-time, what is your most favorite one?
Fireworks.
And that's what you're doing now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the only thing we do now.
that's the only thing we do now.
Cool.
And
Because we're old.
So during this whole thing, you've been putting money away, you've been buying whatevers
Land.
with the idea of
Getting off the road.
getting
we
off the road.
occasionally hit a bank on the way on the road, and she
Oh.
drives. I go on and
in an
do
RV.
it.
Yeah.
You know, I need to take some money.
Getaway
out.
RV.
That's why I carry this
Oh,
stuff.
that's a fast RV.
No, we don't.
Oh,
We're not
yeah.
bank robbers.
But yeah,
So-
we originally started RVing full time so that we could find a place that we wanted to live. get out of California, and then just find a place where we wanted to just be and live out our days.
And we've had
But we were
family.
too young to retire, so we had to keep working.
I've had family here, for a long, long time. So in the process of doing stuff, we would come and stay here for a few weeks, and then we'd move on. And well, where can we find a place to live? Going on and on and on. And then I get the old, well, what's your plan B? So she went and stayed. Our daughter lives in Little Rock. So while she was gone, I was looking around on my phone, and this place popped up. And I go, hey, that's not too far from my brother. So I came over and looked at it. And when she came back, I said, come on, I want to show you something.
I want to show you what I bought while you were
Yeah,
gone.
exactly.
And
That's
she's
what
like, well, I don't want to live here. And I
I just
go,
wanted to look around a little more, but
yeah, we'd only been looking around for about 8 years. The problem, there's two problems with looking for a place. It's either too hot or it's too cold. Those are the two problems.
Yep.
The weather is always the issue. And the thing is yeah, it gets cold. It's cold here right now. It's in probably in the 40s today. But yesterday it was in the 70s. So you never know. It fluctuates. And we used to live in the high desert of California, and it would do the same thing. It'd be 115,
yeah, it would.
and then it would be snowing. So you never know what it's going to be. So
There's a trade-off.
we kind of, if you want great weather, move to the beach of
Well,
California.
that's
Yeah,
the
we
same
afford
thing with
that.
Arizona. We've looked at Arizona, right? And that's where our residency is right now. But it's 120 in the summer.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to be
Yeah.
there in the summertime.
It's a
You walk
place-
outside,
Especially
go,
in an RV. It's hard enough to keep
kidding.
them cool, right?
No kidding.
So this looks like a
You have a
pretty
place
good
to
deal.
go when it's too hot there, and then when it's too hot or too cold wherever you're staying, and you go back to Arizona where it's moderate.
And that's what a lot of people do. That's a snowbirding thing,
Right.
right? So they end up having two places, but that's two places that you have to maintain.
Maintain.
So that's been one of my biggest things is we've kind of looked around and her whole thing is if we're going to settle down somewhere, we're settling down where the kids are. Well, one of the problems is, we have two kids in Utah now and, three, and then we have two that's in, Georgia, Georgia and North Carolina.
Right.
And the North Carolina one, before we get there, she moves every time we get close. She's moving to New York, so she's going to move
She's
to
a
New York
nomad.
City. So we, you're never. I mean, you can make your whatever a permanent spot, but then there's no guarantee your kids. will
this
be
is
there,
central to the United States.
Yeah, there's no guarantee your
This
kids
is
aren't
the
going to get
belly
up and move.
And
away.
when we were working, the two dummies here didn't figure out that in the summertime,
backwards.
you want to be somewhere where it's cool
Yeah.
and the high elevations and stuff. And in the wintertime, you go down to Texas and gate guard when it's, when it's warm
Yeah,
in the winter.
it's
So we were doing gate guarding when it was 112, and we were working in Sugar Beach when it was 12 below zero.
Snowing.
So, it's a little
So don't
not
do,
that
don't
cold.
do as you do.
Yeah,
do,
that's it.
do as you say.
So
Do
we
what
were
we
talking one day, and we go,
recommend.
you know what, we are not doing something right. And we were kind of laughing. We laugh a lot when we're alone because we laugh at
Because they're
ourselves.
so funny.
So anyway, we finally decided, well, we're going to start working
try.
in the wintertime where it's warm, and we'll start working in the summertime where it's cool. And
How many years did you get to that?
I think it was like
I still don't think
three
we've done that
seasons.
yet, but we're still trying. But
I'm,
anyway,
Well, you're doing fireworks now. You do that in
Kentucky.
So isn't Kentucky pretty
yeah, it is,
warm
but
in the
it's going
summer?
to be hot here too. So
Yeah. Okay.
what
You know-
difference
you
does
know-
And
it
it's hot and humidity either place.
Right.
Right.
the thing
So-
about Kentucky is the hard part is going from the motorhome into the air-conditioned building.
make? Yeah, and that's where we.
So
spend
the air
our
runs
time.
all day in the motorhome to keep Cage cool, and we'll take turns going over and eating and stuff like that. And the store is air conditioned. It used to not be, as I kept telling the owner, and we got to be pretty good friends. And we did recruiting for him a year ago in Quartzsite, and I said, we got to get that air fixed, man. And he did. He got it fixed, and it works great now. It's nice and cool in there. So we leave
Cool.
we have to leave the front door open because it's like, like the most hidden fireworks store you could ever have. We had
People come
already.
Oh, so you leave the door
Stay
open so
because
people
it's
know
cool.
that
People
you're
think we're
actually
there, yeah. Because This last year we had no signage, you know,
Yeah.
and I told him, I said, I want one of them string bean guys, you know,
You
that
know,
does
that
this.
flop in the breeze.
Something,
Hey,
we
we're
need
here.
something so people know we're, but we have built quite a clientele,
And
and,
when we go back this year, it'll be our 5th year.
yeah, 4th year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you have this place, and you guys,
We don't sell fireworks here.
well, I know, but you've now decided this was the property that you bought, and you bought this a few years ago. And we should say you've done everything with cash for the most part, right?
And we built well, actually, we had 3 RV spots.
That's right. So all your
Right.
friends can
And
come
we were
park.
gonna build a
Plug
barn
in.
dominium, because I was gonna do hot rods and Harleys again in a barn dominium. And what happened
Because
is,
that was us, and that's what he
yeah,
used to
that's
do.
what I used to do. Anyway, we just got to the point where, well, you know, I have a
Yeah.
real struggle with working with all my ailments.
We're not young anymore.
Let's not
We're just not.
get turned into Mr.
Yeah,
Hypochondriac here.
you've had a really chore trying to wire this place.
Well,
and
I had a blood clot in my leg and I'm climbing ladders all day. That's
But you're doing it.
You're doing
yeah,
it.
that's what she keeps saying. You're doing it. You're doing it. I go, yeah, but it
all
hurts.
the wiring's done in this place now, and you're ready to start doing the next stage. So you've been
And the
building-
plumbing's done.
Yeah, all the plumbing's done. So you've been doing this all over,
Time.
many years.
Yeah.
And
right?
it all
I mean,
started-
storing
Well,
your
'cause,
washer,
you
dryer.
know, being on
so-
retirement, I mean, yeah, we work the one job, the fireworks, but we cannot have a mortgage. It's just not in the budget.
Yeah.
Either that or
It's tough when you're retired, you're on a
Right.
fixed income.
Right.
I do have friends that make, ton on their retirement. Well, they planned ahead.
That
We
ain't
never ever
us.
planned ahead. We make our Social Security, so that's what we live on.
Right.
And we do very well. We feel like we do just fine on what we make. And we can't even understand how someone can have so much money and still be poor.
They're
Well, if you're a
overextended.
full-time
Yeah.
RVer, the advantage is,
But this works out better like this.
Right.
the advantage is when you're a full-time RVer, if you're somewhere and the economy sucks, it's levelers up, fire up, and go somewhere where it's you can work.
Right.
People live in New York or somewhere in California, and they're trying to destroy the economy, and they finally succeeded at it. Well, get out of there. That's where we used to be. That's why we got out of there. We've had Darla and I have owned 7 businesses together, and the thing is our last one was a motorcycle shop, and we went 2 weeks without a call, and I knew that was the death sentence
That
for
was a
us.
sign,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
So we
It's time to
started.
get a motorhome and get on the road.
Well, the way we ended up in a motorhome is we went to a wedding, okay, and we were friends with the bride's mom. She was good friends with the bride's mom,
Still am.
so they sat us at a family table. And they
And
sat
our
us,
daughter was in the wedding.
Yeah.
She was friends with the daughter
Mm.
of my friend.
and they sat us next to Uncle Jerry and Aunt Nancy. I was sitting next to Uncle Jerry, and he's, well, what do you do, Bill? And, and I'm telling him my life story, and he's like, oh yeah, yeah. And I thought, well, I'm going to humor this old fart, I said, well, hey, Uncle Jerry, what do you do? And he says, oh, me and Aunt Nancy, we're full-time RVers. And I go, what's a full-time RVer? Well, we have a diesel bus, and we live in it full-time. We travel around and do rallies, and we do different jobs. And I said, you can live like that? He says, oh yeah, we live quite well. Bing. So that was it. Uncle Jerry didn't need to know any more about me, but I needed to know everything about him.
Can I have your phone number?
And we got to be real. He passed away since,
Yeah.
but Aunt Nancy texted me or sent me a thing on
Yeah.
Facebook yesterday.
She's still-
So we still stay in touch with them. When they got off the road, they would come to Quartzsite to take us out to dinner. I mean, from Oxnard, California. Their son put them in a place. So anyway, I got a lot of information off of them, and that's how it went. And then once we started working, we got them into sugar beets, we
Yeah.
got them into gate guarding and all kinds of stuff. So they were really, they were open to, like we were. So we
And,
just
yeah,
kind of did
they
things.
taught
together.
us, what's the best rig to look for, and the good things about like a diesel over a gas, and all the things that you need to know when you're gonna full time. You need
But
something
your whole
better than
purpose then, if I gather this correctly, was that you went full-time RVing to find some place that you wanted to settle down someday and just not have to worry about life.
And I told you this too, that when you take off to do the full-time RV thing, you really need to have a plan, at least with going into it a few years. you're looking at what are we going to do, how long are we going to do this for. You may not know, but you got to have some kind of exit strategy, because you're not going to be able to full-time RV forever.
And then,
As sad as that sounds, it's just a reality.
and then a lot of people, what kind of freaks me out about it is people get into this lifestyle and they make sure that their credit cards are maxed out and they have a humongous, payment on their truck and their trailer and everything they have. And then they get out on the road, and 6 months down the road, well, we don't want the trailer, we want to buy a $300,000 motorhome and pull a new Porsche behind it, and they just keep burying themselves, and they go, we're never going to be able to retire. But we're driving a 31-year-old motorhome that we got a really smoking deal on at the time, and Dana was awesome, gave us a good deal, but I mean there was a lot of work that had to be done,
But
and
you
we
could
did
do
it.
that.
But you know what? We chose, you have a Holiday Rambler. I think Holiday Rambler makes it's better in the middle of the road, and I think it's the best in the middle of the road.
Most RVs aren't meant to live in lengthy
none of
times
them are, really.
like we have, or like you guys are doing. So
The appliances are, but one thing, you get better appliances. We just replaced the
Well, I think
refrigerator.
the key
It was
of what
30
you're
years
saying
old,
though is you picked one rig
and
you
stuck
kept
with it.
that one rig
Right.
this whole
And
time.
fixed it.
Because it
When
was
it
paid
breaks,
off.
you fix
Yeah.
it.
we had no payment.
And that's how you can tell when you go to buy a used RV, if everything works, it's probably a full-time RVer, because you're not gonna keep an RV and live in it when you don't have a toilet that works or a refrigerator. Everything has to work, and you just got to keep.
Yeah, I know
keep
these
up with
people
it.
that just keep. It's like every year they've got a new rig. It's
Yeah.
like I don't even know how they do it, and they go, "Oh, I break even on it." It's like
They have
what? It don't even
a
make
million
sense.
subscribers.
Or they have a ton. Yeah, or they have a ton of credit card debt, and even if you had the best, I don't even know what the best thing would be, like 12% maybe, on a credit card. I mean, if you're
No
lucky.
percent would be the best.
Well, I know, but we use credit cards all the time, but we pay them off every month, and we're
That's the way to
making
do
tons
it.
of points, and so we probably made like $600-800
We're making it
just
back
in
to what we
cash
used to
back
pay.
during the year, right?
Like
But
us.
back when we were working and didn't
Oh, yeah.
have this philosophy, didn't have a budget, or didn't know how to even live on a budget, we had so much credit card debt. We were probably paying. Man, I bet we were paying like $1,000 a month just in credit card interest,
Yeah.
and then you wonder why you can't get ahead. You have a very nice home, and
Thank you guys for being
I think
what
we ought to
you're
put the
saying is
drive
that.
on, though.
So as far as ending this, you're saying you should have an end game.
We should.
I mean, we've talked about it.
Nobody
we don't
wants to
have
think
a really
about
good
that, though, right?
Yeah, so you should at least think about
And have
that.
fun.
But
Full-time RVing can be a lot of fun. Need
I
to
mean,
get out.
we've been to all the states now. We've been in every state, every province of Canada. I mean, we're still
Almost
trying to
every.
figure out.
Every
Oh, well, we're
Alaska.
missing 2, I guess. Well, there's
One's
one
a
at the
little
North
cold.
Pole that we might not go to. But anyway, we still haven't really figured out where we want to live.
Yeah.
I mean, she wants to live in Utah because our 3 kids are there, but we do have a granddaughter there, so we only have one granddaughter, and that's where she's at. So
That's why you buy a
So-
Cadillac.
so you can
just go.
drive. Well, the thing is you can pretty much, like you said, this is the center of the country, so you can kind of go wherever. And if you get someplace where you're by an airport, then really the whole world is a small place. Our end game pretty much is at this point we're living in the motorhome forever, and we'll just move from RV park to RV park, and we may just live in an RV park in Arizona in the winter, and then move up to Utah in the summer. I don't
A lot of
know,
people
but.
do.
A
Well,
lot of
she
people
was
do that,
scared
so.
because I told her, I said, when I die, I want to be buried in the motorhome.
I would have had nowhere
And
to
then
live.
she would have had nowhere to live.
I keep telling our kids, if you don't hear from us, don't worry, because I've got a timer on the motorhome, and it will just burst into flame and cremate us, and you don't even have to worry about burying us.
Yeah, I want to die.
I know.
I want to die like Dave, not Ninette, screaming, "Let me out of here!" In my sleep. Yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks for
That was
visiting
our
with
end
us. I think the general thing here is that you should have some kind of an end plan, some kind of a plan of some kind.
Some kind.
And then just figure out life. But the biggest thing is just enjoy what you got and
just do it.
just do it.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Too many people talk about it, and they grow old, and
That's
they never
true.
do it.
Yeah.
If
Nothing
you
to it,
think
but
you
you
want
do
to
it.
do it,
Right?
go rent a motorhome and go away for 2 weeks and
See if you like it.
Yeah.
You know, and you're going to be in a crappy motorhome, and it's not going to work out for you. They're never, none of them are ever absolutely perfect, but
It does help if you can work on them yourself.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And free.
Well, anyway, thanks for visiting with us today.
And thank you guys again for
Yeah.
coming and helping us.
hey,
Yeah.
Dave's
We're-
awesome, man.
We're happy
he's
that
helped
we
us
could
a
come.
whole lot.
Come and help out, and you know, it does make. I love helping when others. You know, I don't want to go work for somebody. You know, I'm done with that. I'm retired.
Yeah, and I don't want to
You
pay
know,
somebody. So.
So I like coming and and helping, and just doing things side by side. And
He's really a
and,
teacher.
and
Yeah,
that's
he
what I
is.
like doing. So
He is.
anyway,
You
we've
know,
enjoyed it.
you know what they
It's a lot
say:
of fun,
those
so,
that can't do, teach.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And
anyway,
Ninette has blessed
Oh, the
us with
dog's out there
sourdough
blocking
bread
it.
multiple
she's been doing all
times.
kinds of good stuff. She just
Yeah.
cooked some other good raisin stuff or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and-
focaccia.
yeah.
Travel.
So anyway, at this point, we're going to just say that's it. Thanks for visiting with us, and we're going to close out this video. Hope this is helpful to you. The thing here is to make sure you have some kind of end game and just leave it at that. So thanks for coming along with this. Hopefully we'll see you on our next video or down the road somewhere. And next place we're going is the Tampa RV show. So we're looking forward to
Ooh,
seeing
boy.
you there. So
Warm Florida.
yeah, so see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.